Hi, happy Monday, right? Monday, I think. Day 18 to 19. It's like 18 now because I'll go to bed. 19 when I wake up of 21. I'm extending. So my 21 days would be 19, 20, 21, Wednesday. Instead, I'm going to start a new 21 days on Thursday. So I'm taking off Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. I should probably check since it's Monday, right? I'm going to take off Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm going to jump right back in on Thursday. And I'm going to work 6 days a week instead of 7 days a week ish. I think I'm just going to take, as it is now, the way my schedule sets, I'll have I have off Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and then I'll work and have next Wednesday off, and then I'll work and have the Thursday off. And then I think after that, I'll just work the rest of the time. So I'll probably just take those 2 additional days off. We're only required to work 5, but there's nothing to do in New York because everything's closed, and it's not like I have a birthday party to go to, so, I'm fairly flexible. I don't know where that leaves my job right now because I just kind of finalized everything overnight, and it's the weekend, and they approved my leave of absence already for the 3 weeks plus the 2-week quarantine. So to add an additional 3 weeks, plus then the week after I would finish my quarantine, I'd be in Disney. So I just have to kind of, I guess, see how that's going to go. But that's fine. That's not even a worry in my mind. Being here, I'm not concerned. I love my job. I'd be sad to lose it. But what I'm doing here is 10 times better, right? I don't want to say better, but this is where I feel I need to be. So I extended. I'm going to get some days off. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to be off. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday. It could be Wednesday, Thursday. I have to double check. But I'm going to probably Facebook Live again. I did it once, and I thought it was fun-ish to kind of interact a little bit. So I'll probably do it again. I'll probably spend 2 hours organizing my snack food that everyone keeps sending me. Yeah. Let's see. Updates. My guy that we extubated, doing great, right? So he as of not this night that I just worked with the night before, he had been extubated for 48 hours, wide awake for 48 hours, and sadly watched 2 people code and die in 48 hours. It's a PACU, and if any of you guys have had surgery and you go to that post-anesthesia care area, it's a big open room with a bunch of cots that the patients are laying on and maybe a curtain, but all of our curtains are tied up. So it's not separate rooms. And so literally he's in a bed and the patient next to him coded and died. And then the next day the patient in front of him did the same. And so he's going to live with that forever. And everything happens so fast, you don't have time to untie the curtain and cover it. You just, in the middle of the code, I would just look over and kind of be like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he would just shake his head. Yeah, I'm sure he was scared, rightfully so. We finally, yesterday during the day, got him a room with a door and no neighbor that he can see. So that's good. The other girl that I've been working on, and really I think I made the connection with the guy because he is awake and he could interact somewhat. He doesn't speak English as well, but you could still ask and he could still respond, and that makes you want, every time something crappy was happening, I wanted to go and talk to him and make sure he was okay and have him answer, because why wouldn't you? He's a bright light of hope throughout all the darkness and all of that. And so I would go talk to him every time I needed a little pick-me-up. The other lady that I talked to her husband multiple times every night, she's not doing very well, but I have a connection with her because I talked to her spouse twice a shift twice a shift. I have to, he calls, I talk to him. He asks for me. If I'm not there, he'll talk to whoever, but he always asks for me first. And I love it. I do, like, at least I can give him consistent. I know what I tell him one day to the next. I know what I'm telling him instead of there being question about, like, what are the day people telling him, or what does this person say? I think I gave him a heart attack this morning because I had to call him. Some things went down. I had to call him, and I'm pretty sure I gave him a heart attack. And I literally, to make that call, usually I'll just use the phone on the unit, and I'll talk through my mask, and I'll be all garbed up, and it'll be muffled. But I actually we have a little, I want to say cell, but it's portable phone. And I stepped out of the hallway and I took off my mask so I could talk to him, like, because I have that connection, and that's what I felt the need to do. And yeah, when he answered, I was like, "Hey, it's Sarah." It's such an awkward conversation to have, and she's Lev. It wasn't a code, it wasn't that, but it was just like, hey, good morning, how are you? I don't know if I told you guys this. They actually let him come up and see her. So that's cool. They got it approved that he could come up and see her. So the first night I talked to him after he did that, I was like, "How are you? What did they make you wear? How are you? What did you think?" He took it very well. And he just continuously, like, thanked me and thanked everyone, and he he said, "One day I want me and her to walk out of the hospital, and I want to meet you, and I was like, "Yeah, one day that might be nice." I don't know. I've never met this man in my life, but when he calls, when someone's like, "Sarah," I'm like, "Oh, is it so-and-so?" Like, I know what time he calls. I know it's him. I try to not go on my breaks around the time I know he's going to call. Anyway, so the hospital had a really bad day the other day. I think we had like 8 deaths in 24 hours, 8, 9, I don't know. So people are getting better. People are still really sick and not surviving it. I think the ER is pretty, like, busy, if you will, but my first week, we were coding someone every night. The minute a bed came open, we were filling it from the ER. And so now it's not, and now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm jinxing myself, but now it's not as much of a turnover as it used to be. So, I gotta loosen up my hair some. So that's I think good. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Or maybe it's just the calm before the storm. Who knows? I haven't really watched any kind of, like, updates in the last couple of days because I've just been so, like, I've literally been exhausted. I have, there for a while, I was doing good. I was, like, setting my alarm, waking up at the same time. I wasn't pushing snooze. I was getting up. I was ordering my food. I was getting ready. I was getting my food. I was talking to my kids on FaceTime. The other day, it was so bad that my son texted me and he's like, "Are you going to call or what?" I've been sleeping in. I've been hitting snooze. I've been exhausted. And it's not like, it's mental. It's a mental exhaustion because I'm able to get up and shower and go to work and function. Even the resident that I had a couple nights ago, she was like, "You were just like," she was like, "You have so much energy and you've been here for so many days. And when do you sleep?" I was like, "I don't even know. I don't know where it comes from. I just try to make the most of my time here and try to do as much as I can to help everyone." Like, even one of the nurses called me out because I was helping another nurse, like, change bed linens and roll the patient and clean up a mess. And he was like, "Oh, you're playing nurse now." He was like, I told him, I said, "Call me if you need help tomorrow, like, that's fine. And then I took it back because he has like two dudes, like, they're big, meaty boys. I'm like, actually, don't call me. But I just try to stay busy, I think, is how I get through. And then when I get here, I'm so robotic these days. Like, I don't even know. The exhaustion is setting in. Like, I'm literally so exhausted. The coffee's not working. And do I have a bat in the cave? It's probably all that Vaseline I shoved up there. But anyways, exhausted. Yes, I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. And the thought of, like, going home in 2-3 days is amazing. To see my kids, to work out, you know, like, dumb things. Home cooked meal. I want a warm freaking meal. You know, like, yeah, I DoorDash and I Uber Eats my food, and it's fine when it gets here, but it's not the same, right? Like, it's not the same as a home cooked meal off the stove. We get free meals. Like, I want to say it's the Today Show somehow hooked us up with some chef or something. I don't really know the details because I haven't watched there's a news clip on it. And they provide free meals every night now. They started it about 4 nights ago. I've got it once. It was good. I don't know, like, I don't want to talk to people, and they're so nice. The people are so nice. They're like, take it. I'm like, oh, I'm not eating the way I usually do. I'm exhausted. I don't want to waste the food, you know? Yeah. So hopefully my 2 nights off will be good. I'm going to wash my hair because it's so gross. I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to organize my snacks. I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I'm going to rub lotion on my nose because the redness used to go away in the mornings. It doesn't anymore. So I'm going to be tore up from the floor up when I leave here. Yeah. I keep joking. I'm like, I need a shirt. It says I went to New York City and all I got was COVID so that I can wear it in the airport when I come home because I think the people of the airport will love it because I won't wear a mask. I would do it on purpose to freak people out. I actually talked to a guy downstairs. He's like some crisis counselor, and he was like, how's it going? I was like, oh, you know, living the New York dream. And so he started talking to me and asked me about my unit. And I've told you guys before, it's not the best. It's a PACU, not an ICU, but it's an ICU. The ventilation sucks. I mean, there's no negative pressure. There's no HEPA filters. Probably four times already the air conditioner's not working. I mean, it's awful. And I'm talking about it like I'm a living, walking COVID vector. Don't touch me, you'll be fine. And literally as I'm talking, he has this mask, like, it's one that ties around the neck and it's like laying on his chest, and he like casually just like starts putting it on as I'm talking to him. Oh gosh, it's scary. I'm not kidding you. Like, people don't want to come to my unit, and I don't know how I'm surviving it right now, but I'm just trying to be very careful because I have all of you wonderful people to come home to. So I've been doing my best. And every time I have like a headache or I'm nauseous, and it's every day I have a headache and I'm nauseous, wearing those masks, inhaling my own CO2 does that to someone. So I'm always headache, nauseous, my chest hurts by the end of a 12-hour shift, you know, and so I'm constantly like, fuck, I've got COVID. This is when it goes down. This is it. But I'm doing my best to just stay good. The girl, the resident I worked with a night ago had one N95, another N95, and then a respirator on top. And then she had like a gown on backwards and a gown on right, and she had this like helmet hood thing, and she had a shield, and I was like, dang girl, like, how do you even breathe in that? And she was so funny. She was like, if I had more PPE, I would have wore it. And then somehow she came back, she found a bunny suit to put on over all that, and she had goggles with her, she had face shield and goggles. I'm like, where did you go to get this? I had to sell my children to get an N95 19 days ago. And she's got 2 covered up by a respirator. So it makes me laugh. It's very, very funny. Also, update, I went to go get an N95. I was like, I've been wearing this one for, I don't know, God knows how long. Like, I wear these things so long, and I don't wear makeup, but the inside of the mask is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's probably dried snot for sure, because I'm like little giants, like blowing that bubble, and the kids are like, yeah. That's how I feel. And there's this AOD, administrator on duty, maybe is what it stands for, and she already doesn't like me. She's like the nursing supervisor. She doesn't like me. She thinks I'm too peppy for the critical care area, which is fine. That's fine, but you know, we're not gonna sit here and mope. We are seeing some shit, and it's shitty in that unit. And so I want to make sure that my nurses are like, I want to hear them. I want to make sure they know I'm listening. And I want to make sure that if they have a day off, that I ask them how it was. I know that none of us are doing jack crap on our days off. We're all just laying around a hotel. But if they had a day off, I'm going to ask them about it. You know, I'm going to make sure that if they need something, that they can come to me, that they're, you know, that their spirits are up, because I know I'm exhausted, and these nurses are busting their butts. And so I take the time to make sure they're okay, because nobody else is, you know, whatever, unless they want to go see a crisis counselor here in the hotel. But no one's going to go in, like, by the time we get off the bus an hour after our shift and we get here, and then you have to shower before you go talk to the crisis counselor, like, you're over it. It's done. It's fine. So when they're there on the unit, I call it my unit. I run it like it's my unit. I've kind of taken possessive of it. I make sure they're good. I make sure they have what they need. If they have concerns, they can, it's great. And so she can hate me all she wants. But anyways, I digress, as always. I went to go get an N95, and she was like, well, you have to be fit tested. And I said, well, I was fit tested before I left home. Thank God, because this is day 15. And you have yet to fit test me. I have yet to be fit tested here for an appropriate mask size. I've just been given masks of whatever they have available. So of course she refuses to give me a mask, and conveniently enough, they're fit testing in that moment. So I get to go down to the auditorium to get fit tested to get a mask. And I told them, I know my size. I don't, like, literally, why are we doing this? But they were forced, and that's fine. Whatever it took to get a mask, right? So then I said, what do I do when I need another mask? Do I have to get fit tested again? How does this work? So, whatever. I was so mad. I was like, I have been in a shitty situation for 14, 15 days. But today is the day that you want to fit test me. Today. Thank God. Thank God you're fit testing me. Today. The exhaustion makes me crazy. The dumb things like that make me crazy. The company I'm with who can't answer questions makes me crazy. But when I'm on my unit with my nurses, taking care of our patients the best we can, I don't have one complaint. I don't have one. I obviously I'm extending, you know, like, if I hated it, I would come home. I'd come home to my family. I even told them, because I said, oh, well, what if the ICU doesn't need you? Would you go and swab noses in the tent? And I was like, no. If I'm not needed in the ICU, and it's not that I'm above swabbing noses, but I feel like I'm doing something in the ICU. And if the ICU doesn't need me, I'm going to go home to my family, you know? So, but of course, I've already gotten my schedule through May 4th, 5th, whatever that Friday is, and I'm in the ICU. So Yeah. 20 minutes of your life is now gone, people. Why are you watching me? You guys need lives. Like, if Ohio opens up before I leave New York, does that mean you're gonna stop watching me? I don't know. I can't wait till I come home for my 2-week quarantine. I'm gonna stay in a hotel with a jacuzzi tub. Tammy, thank you. Drury Inn. I haven't called them yet, but I'm going to. I'm gonna stay in a hotel with a jacuzzi tub. I'm gonna go buy like a shit ton of bottles of wine, and I'm just gonna sleep for 2 weeks. And when I wake up after 2 weeks, it'll be the time to go to Disney World. So that's exciting. And it will be open. For those of you who are skeptical and watching, I am putting it in the world that Disney will be open by June 1st. Period. I don't care what you say. Change my mind. Good luck. All right. Talking to myself is like exhausting, and no one's answering me. Okay. Actually, that's funny story, and then I'm leaving. I was helping a nurse the other night with her patient, like cleaning him up, getting some lines situated. I'm OCD in an ICU way. Like, if the lines need fixing, I got your back, girl. So we were doing it, and I was literally like talking to the patient who's intubated and sedated and not answering back. So I started answering myself, and she goes, Are you answering your own questions and comments? And I was like, She's like, yeah, you are an ICU nurse. I just laughed because I was like, I mean, someone's got to talk to me, right? Okay. The one resident I worked with the other night, the one with all the masks, she actually told me that she enjoyed working with me and that she really hopes that I stay on as staff. I'm peds, people. I'm pediatrics. Like, I do kids. If this were not a crisis situation, I would be doing things illegally right now. But thankfully, it's a crisis situation, and the state of emergency in New York has allowed me to come and do my best, you know? So, yeah. She was like, you come work here as staff or be locum. I might have to go back to school just to make her happy at the end of all this. But I really do. I enjoy the nurses. I enjoy the residents I'm working with. I enjoy... And when I say I enjoy what I'm doing, I enjoy being a part of something like that I can't even put into words. Like, I can't even put into words what I feel about this situation and what the situation is. So I feel like I'm growing. Definitely questioning my life. For sure, especially talking to my phone every morning. I'm like, do people really care? Do people like, look at how in Ohio, I would never leave the house looking like this. I would have mascara on. My hair would not, like, I wouldn't look like this. And here I am putting it out there on YouTube, like, oh, hey, look, I look like shit. And you're listening. Tell me I'm beautiful, people. Tell me I'm beautiful. Okay, anyways, see? I digress. I say weird stuff. I'm tired. I think I need an alcoholic beverage. And maybe a day off. Or both. We'll see. Okay. I gotta go. I'm boring you. Thanks for following. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for commenting and liking and reaching out and everything. I will talk to you later. Okay, love you. Bye.